Hey gang, welcome back. I hope everybody's having a good day. It's finally got cool enough that I could come in the shop and make a video. I've got some preps here that I've been picking up here and there for the last, I don't know, probably a couple of months. It's been a while since we've done one of these videos. And I've got one giant prep over here that I brought in, but I'm going to show you that in another video. It should be coming out here pretty soon, and I'm real excited about it. I've been wanting one of them for a long time, so be watching for that video to come out. We've got a lot of things going on here in the country, and we're going to talk about a few of them also, and then we'll run through some of these items that I've got in here. The highest priced item that I have is $20, and I think you'll see that it's well worth the $20, or in my opinion it is. If you would take a minute and check and make sure you're still subscribed to the channel. YouTube's been doing some wonky stuff here lately, and if you would share the videos, it would sure help us a whole lot, because they have really been censoring us. The things I've been talking about lately, evidently they don't like them, because they have really been censoring our videos. Oh, hang on, let me get this. Hello? No, I did. I forgot to tell them. Okay, yeah, I will. You got anything else you want to say to them? All right, I forgot all about it, but I'll let them know. Bye. That was my wife. I forgot all about it. Our last giveaway didn't go real well, and I had a lot of troubles. Y'all should remember, I had it real clear in there that you had to give me an address and that I would mail you a Visa card that had money on it. Well, the person that supposedly won, I got several different emails. So I had to try to pick the one I thought was the real person. And I had them to give me their address. Well, I sent the card to that address. A week or two went by and we got it back in the mail. And it had wrote on there, said no one lives at this address by this name, the name that they give me to put on the package. And they kept reaching out to me in the email, wanting me to send it to PayPal. And the instructions was clear in the last video that I would be mailing a card to your physical address. And they wouldn't provide that to me, so I told them that I was sorry, but I was going to just do another giveaway and pick a new winner. So that's something to be watching for. Now, I don't think I'm going to do it a little different this time, because I had some scammers, I'm real sure, in that last one. So y'all just be watching the videos, maybe try to watch all the way through them, because I'm probably going to try to fix it in a video to where maybe these bots and these scammers won't see it. I want some of y'all that watches the videos and supports the channel to win the prize. It's not a lot of money, but it's enough that you can go out to eat. I wrote myself down a few notes here that I was wanting to talk about. I seen that the head of Pepsi Cola security, she resigned from the head of Secret Service. That was her background, head security at Pepsi Cola. And they said there never was any Doritos got harmed while she was there being the security guard. But she's resigned. But somebody has still got to be held accountable for this. I'm afraid by her resigning that they will just kind of brush it under the rug. But it's more than just an attempt on the ex-president's life. They were people in the stands that got killed by this bullet. And if there was some neglect that went on there, those people need to be held responsible in some form and fashion. Just her resigning, that's not enough for me. And I don't think it's enough for most of y'all. And it's not just about the attempt on the ex-president. They couldn't protect Americans, the people that they're supposed to be protecting. One guy, he got killed, and my heart and prayer goes out to him and his family, and there were several others got wounded. This this, in my opinion, goes beyond neglect. I'll try to put a link below to a video that talks about that they think there were more than one shooter there. Now, I know there's going to be conspiracies out the wazoo over this, just like with the JFK. And President Trump, he always said that he was going to release the JFK files, but he didn't do it when he was president. That's one thing I have a little bit against him. If you tell somebody you're going to do something, you need to try to do it the best that you can. I think the American people should be privileged to almost any information. That's what they're there for. They're there to serve us. It's not the other way around. But anyway, we're going to move on past that before I start ranting. We got a lot to get done here today, and I'm going to try to stay on topic and get through with it. I seen Glenn Beck. He was questioning the manhood of the Secret Service, the ones that was there that was not put on the roof because it had a slope on it. But I'm questioning Glenn. You know, they can't tell you what a man or a woman is. We've seen them in front of Congress and they couldn't say what a man or a woman is. So, I don't know, Glenn. I don't think there's much manhood there with them. To have manhood, you're going to have to be able to define a man or a woman. And they evidently can't do that. So that's my opinion on the manhood. They're going to have to figure out what a man and a woman is before they can have any kind of manhood. Did we witness a coup attempt on the president? You know, Joe, he's been really doubling down that he wasn't going to resign. He wasn't going to step down. He was going to run. And he just kept saying that. Well, after all this past week or so, Joe, he come up missing. People were even questioning had he died. And I didn't really think that he had. There'd been a lot of people questioning it. But I reckon he made his first appearance today. The coup attempt that I think has took place is I reckon Nancy Pelosi and a bunch more of them has put a lot of pressure on Joe to step down and move out of the way. I don't know if they told him that they was going to activate the 25th Amendment and get him, get Kamala to get him removed from office and impeach him. I don't know if those were the threats, but if any threats like that were made and caused him to step down and to not run again, in my opinion, that's a coup attempt. I mean, it's putting pressure on him to make him do what they want him to do, the deep state. Me and you both know that he was a sick man. He was a sick man 4 years ago, and he didn't need to be running the country to start with. But they weaseled their way in there, and he's been the one for the last 4 years, or he's supposedly been the one calling the shots for the last 4 years. But anyway, that's enough of all the politics. When I started this channel, it was just to show folks what I do and show another side to the conversation. Just to add to it any way I can. And if I can help to wake somebody up or win some more over for the conservative side, not that I think a lot of those are any good. I think we need to focus local. The reason I talk about the federal level is because that's the ones that affects all of us. But I think you need to focus local. Be vocal local. That'd be a good slogan for a shirt. Be vocal local. And we need to try to get our communities back to the way that they need to be with God, family, and country. That's my thoughts. And I'm going to be more vocal here, local too. The platform that I've got here, I reach more people than I can right here local, and I make a lot of friends on here. Anyway, our first prep for probably the last couple months is fire starter. Now, I like these magnesium fire starters better than I do these right here. Everybody's welcome to have their own opinion, but the magnesium one, I like better. And I picked these up. The magnesiums are about $3, I think now. They used to be cheaper than that, but I think they're around $3. These here, they're a little bit higher. But both of them will work. I just like the magnesium better. And I picked up some cordage. That roll there is 250 foot, and it was $2. You can always use cordage. I got some more cordage. I think we picked these up at the flea market. Now, I have no idea. I can't remember what I gave for it. It seemed like $1. But that is 25 foot of paracord, and it's black. This here is some deadbolts. If we ever go into a crazy societal collapse situation, you're going to need to secure your home tighter than ever. And some deadbolts will help a whole lot. These here, I don't remember where I picked these up at, but they were $4, and it's a 6-inch one. That's a pretty heavy duty deadbolt. And then this here is another deadbolt. It was $1.49. It's a 3-inch. You can use these even just in normal times. That's probably what some of these will be used for, is down on the barn. But right here is something that is real cheap, and it's really, really efficient in what it does. It's a window and door alarm. These little things, a lot of people will laugh because they're so cheap. But these, from my experience with them, they work real well, and they are so cheap, you can buy multiple ones of them. Like I've got 3 of them here. And I'm wanting to say I give $1.25 a piece for these, but I'm not positive about that. I'll show you how one of them works. You can buy more expensive brands of these. I just found these at one of those flea markets, and I picked up 3 of them. They've got a little sticky pad on the back. You peel that off, and these stick. When they're together, they don't make any racket. But when they get separated, you can hear that. So what you do, you mount these on a window or a door, or you can even make a triple alarm with them if you want to. And anytime they get separated, they're going to sound the alarm. And that one's real handy to have. One night, my wife woke me up. We have these all throughout our house, and one of them was going off. Well, I grabbed our protection there beside the bed and went through the house to the front door. The front door had gotten open. Well, it wasn't a burglar or anything. Just our house it was during the real cold spell in the winter. And evidently something had shrunk or swelled, something in that cold weather, and our door had popped open. The reason I can say it wasn't a burglar is we have a screen door that was latched, and it wasn't messed with. It was just the inside door that had popped open. And it sure scared us pretty bad, though. I didn't get much sleep the rest of the night. Well, anyway, so those, I highly recommend these. And yes, they are cheap, but they're pretty effective at what they're for. I just replace them every year or so. I think you can change the batteries in them, but they're so cheap. I tried to buy several of them just every year and just replace them is what I do. They're real easy to check in your house. You just raise your window, and if it don't work and go off, put you a new one there. So our last thing, the highest price one, this is the one we give $20 for, is a pair of Nikon binoculars. And I bought these at an antique store. You're probably saying, well, them are antique. Look at that pouch. I thought that pouch looked like a little purse. I've got other binoculars that I carry hunting. I've got some Leopold and some, I don't even know what the other ones are. I don't know. They're Redfield, I think is what they are. But this Nikon is a pretty good name brand, and these are old ones. They may have even been made, no, they was made in China. But they have better glass in them than a lot of cheap binoculars that you can get. These are a 9 pair, and look how tiny they are. I mean, you can fold them up and carry them in your pocket. But we got them to keep in the car is what we got them for. Like I said, I've got several other pair that I use hunting. And they're just really handy whenever you need to see something that's off in a distance. They could have used one of these at that rally the other day. If they would have been some of the Secret Service had a pair of these, they might could have seen that fella before he got those shots off. But that's about all we got today. I hope this maybe helps some of you, gives you some ideas of things that you could buy to help get yourself and your family prepared for the things that might be coming to our country. It's going to take you and me to change this country. One man sitting in a White House up there ain't going to do it by himself. It's going to take you and me. And we're going to have to do all we can do. So I thank you for watching. I pray God blesses you. And I'll see you in the next one.